Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this playthrough of Tomb Raider Remastered. And before we go any further, I am going to equip the shotgun because you'll soon see why. Anyway, yes, we are on the fourth area of the game, the Tomb of Koalapek, nearing our final destination. And then we'll just trigger this boulder and get out of the way. You don't have to trigger that boulder right now, but I do it anyway, just to get it out of the way. And there we have the Scion. Anyway, whichever way they pronounce it in this game, it's right there, just tantalizingly beyond reach. Wow, it's only the fourth level, and we're already so close to our goal. Short game. We pull this lever, take our gun out, because you can hear. Ooh. Like most shotguns, the closer you get, the more damage it will do. It still does pretty decent damage from far range, though. And I don't think we pull that lever yet, but we'll see. We drop down here. And we go this way. Yes, I'm not entirely 100% sure. I remember where the secrets in this level are, but I think I have a decent idea. We'll soon find out. Anyway, we'll go this way. And we'll do a little handstand, because why not? You know, I really like that, you know, the handstand and the swan dive aren't, strictly speaking, necessary. Well, they're not necessary at all, but I like that they're included anyway. Just fun little gimmicks that don't, you know, not everything has to be 100% necessary to be in the game. Anyway, yes, drop down here. And then... have I missed something? I don't think I've missed anything yet. We shall soon see. Anyway, drop down here. And if we look over here... like I said last time, these first 4 levels I've done the most out of all of them. There's been multiple times where I've played through to the Tomb of Koalapek, then just, well, to the level after this, and then just stopped for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Right, so that's there. So now if we go back, which we can't do. Okay, so now if we go drop down here, I thought we could go back for some reason, but apparently not. Thus proving that my memory isn't 100%. But now we can pull this switch from here, and that moves that block. And you wonder how that works, since you can't see any tracks or anything. So we drop down, and I think we don't need a run jump for this. We can just climb up like that. And then you see we need to be careful around here. Don't want to overshoot or anything. Not that we can overshoot at this part, which is the game being generous, because the game being generous because there will be parts later on where you can overshoot and fall to your death or whatever. So, oh, poor sod. Wrapped up in rope. What was the point? Anyway, we'll do a run jump just to make double sure we clear the spikes. And then we're back this way. And that is the first puzzle there done. Open the first gate. And we want to be careful because... Well, you heard it before you saw it, ladies and gentlemen. It's released another raptor. That took 2 shots for some reason. Oh well. One wonders? That was awfully posh of me. A little too posh. I need to tone that down. But yeah, you wonder how the dinosaurs or how the animals in this section of the game. There we go. It probably seems like a waste of shotgun ammo to some people, but oh well. Anyway, yes, you wonder how the animals in this part of the game actually survived for all these centuries. They were presumably locked up in here. The previous levels did have some sort of ecosystem to them, especially the last level, which had an actual, forest. But not this place. There's not really much in the way of flora, and the only fauna are all predators. So you wonder how they survived for as long as they did. And anyway, there's a medipack down here, which we will take. We will eventually be needing those. I actually, this game can get quite difficult in terms of combat, in terms of avoiding damage and stuff, even though I do like the combat in this game more than I like the combat in the either the Legends trilogy or the Survivor trilogy, simply because I find it, in a way, I find it more dynamic, even though the controls are more rigid. It's more based on, moving. You've got to keep moving, even as we go this way, and we've got one more puzzle to do. But yes, the combat, you have to keep moving, even against, rather than, cover mechanics and stuff like that. I mean, Legends had a bit of that too. You didn't really have cover mechanics in the Legend trilogy. But the Survivor trilogy really went all in on the, having to stop and hide behind waist-high cover and stuff like that, which isn't, it's not bad, but it's just not the way I prefer to play these games. So, I mean, I still liked the Survivor trilogy, believe it or not. Anyway, yes, that's a broken tile there. Oh, there's another, for this game, for Tomb Raider 1 in the Remastered collection. And spikes down there, naturally. I don't think you saw them, but yes, spikes down there, so let's be careful. But yes, in the Tomb Raider Remastered collection, I won't be going for it in this playthrough, but there is a trophy for Tomb Raider 1 for breaking all the breakable tiles like that in the game, the breakable floor tiles. So, yes. And that opens up this path. We've opened all 3 gates, so that's wonderful. And then we've got, well, they're not exactly hidden at the moment, they're completely visible, in fact. Ooh, that was close. And that was close. I don't know if this actually works or if it's just superstition on my part, but I find I get hit less when I die roll like that. So, and yes, over here, I've remembered correctly, this is our first secret of the game. So, really? That's still, well, that's annoying. I should be able to make that back though, so. Right, and we've broken that. And the second secret is just down here. Right, when you drop through this bit, you want to shimmy all the way along to the right, because, yeah, if you drop down at literally any other point, she'll just die on the spikes. So you need to be very careful. And we got the secret sound for the second time, which means we've got the second secret. Huzzah. There is a little bit of leeway when it comes to trying to jump back up, but not very much. So again, you have to be very careful at that bit. So, and like I said, this is one of the reasons why I'm not bothering with the break all tiles thing this playthrough, because it's just a pain, especially in rooms like this. So we want to be very careful. I didn't reach out with the objective of hanging on then, although that would have been a nice backup if I'd failed. I reached out because it does change the arc of your jump just a little bit, which made it more likely I was going to make that jump. And if we look over here, you'll notice this guy, very creepy, following us. This guy is alive. Let's not. but not for much longer. There we go. This is, presumably, this is old Koalapek, since it's his tomb. This guy isn't alive, though, I don't think, so we don't need to... Yeah, we could just... I think you can just... No? Oh, well. I thought you could knock him over, but apparently not. Yeah, this guy's just been... I imagine this guy must have been alive, well, before he was mummified. Would have been alive at one point as well, but this guy's been standing watch for centuries, or millennia even, over his dead king. Anyway, let's get what we came here for. Our object... Ooh, oh no. Oh no. It seems this was a load bearing somehow. And let's hope we make it through this bit intact, because it is entirely possible to die here when the roof caves in like that. If that drops on Lara, she's dead. That's just it. So let's make our way out of here and back to this area. Are you enjoying the music? I am. It's quite nice. Dive into the water. Ooh, a boss meter. Well, we know what that means, but before we do that, we go this way. Because we find our final secret of the level, which is up here. There we go. And it's a medipack, which again, very useful, which we might need right now, to be frank. Let's have a look at our stats. Oh, I've missed 2 pickups. Oh well, not the end of the world. Wonder where I missed them though. Oh, not that it matters too much. But yes. And then obviously this is annoying, if I'm honest. A little bit annoying that, you know, it's taking most of my health before I've even... Jumping up and down can actually lower the enemy's accuracy fairly significantly. Just... Oop. Not dead. His health bar is...
My total attention now. I'm not quite sure if I've got yours though. Hello?
I'll heal and hide you to a barn door yet.
Of course.
You and that driveling piece of the Scion. You want to keep it so bad, I'll harness it right up your...
Wait. We're talking about the artifact here?
Damn straight we are, right up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. This piece you say, where's the rest?
Miss Natla put Pierre du...
Oh, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I seem to have accidentally skipped that cutscene. I will see if I can edit it back in. But yeah. If not, my apologies. I mishandled the controller and it skipped the cutscene. Sorry about that.
Relocated now to St. Francis's Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumor amongst
my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Teoken, one of the 3 legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the 3 rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test.
Pierre, litterbug.
And there we go. We are now onto the third. Ooh, enemies coming already. I was going to do my little introduction and then... You know what? Yeah, the lions in this game are lethal. Very lethal. So let's get somewhere where they can't get to us. Should have done this immediately, but oh well. I was going to do my little introduction and stuff because I didn't think they would attack immediately. I thought they would at least wait for us to walk forward, but apparently not. Anyway, yes, we are on the 5th level, St. Francis's Folly, and I think for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to leave it here. So until next time, I've been Phoenix Act, and take care of yourselves.